Hello everyone, and welcome to Introduction to Mixed Media Art Journaling. Sorry it took me a little while to get this video out for you guys, but I'm here and I am ready to show you the basics that you need to get started. I know there's a lot of people out there that are intimidated. They don't know what to buy, what to start with, because there's a gajillion products out there that you don't know where to begin with. And let me start out with the basics. Well, obviously, in order to produce good quality, nice, crisp images, paintings, I would suggest invest in, pay a little bit more and get something that is going to produce you good, sharp colors. And first of all, obviously, you have to get a journal, art journal. And the one that I use is Canson. And I bought this at my local art store, and it is a heavyweight watercolor paper. So just go to your local art store and ask them that you're looking for an art journal that is going to take quite a bit of beating. So Mixed Media, and they're gonna, and they're great there. They're well informed, and I'm sure they will show you what they have. And I would suggest go with heavyweight paper, and it's watercolor, so you can use layers of watercolors, paints, anything goes. So get yourself a good journal to start with. Once you have your journal, the next things that you should pick up also, obviously, paints. Go to your Michaels store, look for discounted paints. I really don't pay too much money and on acrylic paints. And the ones I use, I got these at Michaels, your Delta Ceramcoat acrylic, basic acrylic paints. Pick up a whole bunch of colors that you like, and this could be your background paints that you can also water it down with water and apply to your pages. And the next thing that I also like to use are the Adirondack color washes. And this one, you just spray onto your paper, and obviously use a paintbrush to brush it. And that's another main thing that you will need. Invest in some good brushes. Mind you, these, you don't have to go expensive. I mean, you seriously don't need to spend a lot of money on paintbrushes, because they take a lot of abuse. And which ones do I use? I'm going to move around here from my craft room and show you the brushes that I've got here. And there's a variety. I mean, go to Walmart, their craft section at Walmart carries soft bristle brushes, which are great. And then I like the soft ones for mixed media art, and this is some of the ones that I use. And this one here I got at Stamping Bella, and it's the Claudine Helmut Studio paint brushes, and they come in a package of, I believe, 6 or 8, not quite sure, but they come in a package of 6 or 8, and those are also great. So invest in paintbrushes, journal. Certainly you need to get gesso. What gesso is going to do is you can lighten up your colors with gesso. I mean, gesso is a whole new section on its own. When I'm painting, I can explain a little bit more about the liquid gesso. For gluing down any cuttings, papers, matte medium and PPA are handy to have, because these are what's gonna stick down your images. Or Mod Podge. Watercolors. You can invest in some watercolor crayons. So this is a Sakura Pocket Field Sketch Sakura Pocket Fill Sketchbox Koi watercolors. Very nice for detailed coloring. And then also I would suggest Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 water solubles. These are nice to have, but these are a little bit more on the higher end of media, so you're going to pay a little bit more for these ones than you would for the other brands, but they are intense and very pigment rich colors here. And also another background colors that you can, for backgrounds you can use, are your pan pastels. And pan pastels are creamy, very smooth, creamy pastels. Now when you're doing your backgrounds with pastels, they come off because they're powder. They're powder-like. They're very, once again, pigment-rich, very soft. But when you apply this onto paper, it dusts off. So you would need a fixative to keep it on your paper. And this is where this product comes in handy. There's a lot of different ones out there, but I'm using the Winsor Newton Artists Fixative. So at the end, when I'm done my journal, or if I want to do more layers of paint, I just spray it, let it dry, and continue on painting. So this is just a fixative to hold down the paints onto your paper. And the other thing that you can use are the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens, and I love these. These are absolutely wonderful product to play with. And as I'm doing paintings for you, I will actually go a little bit more detail, and you can see how these work on your images. But for beginners, just for now, start off with a mixed media art journal, brushes, gesso, matte medium, sprays, acrylic paints, and that is it. And then if you want to do backgrounds, and now we're getting more detailed backgrounds, you'll need obviously stencils, and there's a very large variety of stencils out there. And this is my background drawer, as you can see. And Crafters Workshop has the awesome background templates, and I would highly suggest, I know Stamping Bella carries them, so you can go to stampingbella.com to take a look at the templates that they have. And then, I mean, I've got so many of them. I've got the birds here, and I have the squiggly lines. I've got this one here, which I use often, and there's this one here, which is like a barbed wiring or chicken wire. And I know I've got way more down here somewhere. Here I've got this one, I have this one, and the circles. I highly suggest circles. They are perfect for backgrounds for journaling. Stamps. I mean, you can use any background stamps to just stamp around. And there's your musical notes. I mean, there's a lot out there. And the one I personally really love to use, and you can get them over at Stamping Bella also, are these ones. They're small and they're perfect. And there's no beginning or an end with any of these. So it's not going to leave a sharp edge around your images. So, and I'll put links to these items below so you can click on them, and you can see them there as well. And then what I'm going to quickly show you are some of my pages that I've done. And I'm going to actually go to the newer ones. I mean, this one here, I used acrylic paint, and here, as you can see, the bubble, background bubble, this is a stamp. That's a stencil, the bird stencil that I was telling you about, and the girl I drew on a book, cut her out and glued her down with the matte medium. And I also used fabric and some sewing. So really, it's all up to you. It's your style, what you like, what colors you like to use. I mean, here's some more. These are all, as you can see, this was done with the Caran d'Ache watercolor crayons, because you can see the crayon marks, which I didn't solve well into the paper. And here's a Tim Holtz stamp. This is just me doodling. This was done with the Caran d'Ache watercolors also, and I also used pan pastels for this one as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, another must is invest in a really nice set of multi-liners. And I've got here the Copic multi-liner, and you have various sizes, and that is actually for sketching your drawing onto your journal. And then what I would suggest is make sure before you start applying your paint, make sure the pen dries, or else you're gonna smudge. And then this was done with pan pastels and some acrylic paints. Here's a napkin, and here is a stamp of a doily. And here's another vintage girl, a vintage lady that I've also printed on a book cover and pasted her, glued her onto my journal. And there's a lot of mediums in this one to give it this effect. As you can see, I've got napkins in the background, stamps, rub-ons, you name it. There's a lot involved here. And this is my most recent one that I've done up, and this was a challenge on Stamping Bella. If you head on over to Stamping Bella's blog, she does challenges weekly to get you motivated to just be free, paint. It's what you like to do. And this is one that I did with just using one color, a main color, and then obviously you can mix whites or blacks to darken the tone or lighten the tone. In this case, I did red, and also cut out actresses. These are 3 actresses at the Oscars, and then what I've done is I've changed them up, and I painted wings and made them into fairies on the red carpet. So these are, it's just totally your imagination, what you like to create. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or send me an email. I would be more than glad to give you more information. And I will be doing videos on how to paint backgrounds. So that'll be my next one. So look forward to that coming up. Well, that's all for today, everybody. Take care. Bye.